So it's Thanksgiving break. Your stomach is full on some daggone turkey, stuffing, macaroni and cheese, and you thinking to yourself, how can I execute a trade and sell high on one of these overperforming players? In this episode, we're going to run down some transaction trends that you can use as a reference point so you can make the right deal. We believe every NBA fan should play fantasy basketball. What we're going to do is take a look at Yahoo's trade market feature. This is an extremely powerful tool. If you are going to make a trade, you can see what's actually happening on the fantasy landscape. The first player I want to talk about is someone who is actually putting on for the freaking city. He has been overperforming would be an understatement, but he has had a bunch of players banged up around him. So I imagine his value might slightly decrease. From the Charlotte Hornets, let's take a look at Canipple. Canipple's name keeps coming up when it comes to sell high content videos and articles. I think the young man will be valuable for the whole season, but where you got him in your draft, probably at the back end of your draft, or you picked him up off of the waiver wire when he was stinking up the joint early on in the season. Now you have a little gold mine. Now, what do? Do you hold on and ride out the value yourself? Or do you try to sell high and see if you can take advantage of his performance? Now, check this out. On November 26th, we had a deal. Canipple and Zach LaVine for LaMelo Ball. So it looks like a player like LaMelo Ball, which might be kind of a buy low opportunity. It looks like the person who actually brought over Canipple and Zach LaVine did a good job with this deal. I'm not mad at the person who got LaMelo, but there's just so many risks around LaMelo Ball. So I don't know if I would trade my Canipple and another piece to bring back a player like LaMelo Ball, who is, although he's healthy now, he came back from his injury. He don't play. He's consistently banged up. So for me, I'd be open to taking maybe a player like Trae Young, who isn't actually playing right now. But if you buy low on Trae Young, I believe when he comes back, he will remain healthy, unlike LaMelo, who just stays banged up. Next trade we got for Canipple is a big package. Canipple, Aaron Gordon, and Amin Thompson. Let's go. For Colin Sexton, questionable. Jaden McDaniels, I don't know. Khalil Ware, oh my God. Cedric Howard, this is questionable work. So I think Khalil Ware is performing on a good level. I think Cedric Howard has been a little inconsistent, but definitely good. Colin Sexton is a non-factor here. So I'm going to look at Canipple, Aaron Gordon, and Amin Thompson. I like the Amin Canipple side. So I don't know if I would trade away my Canipple and my Amin Thompson to bring back Khalil Ware, Jaden McDaniels, and Cedric Howard, essentially. Again, Cedric Howard, excuse me. Colin Sexton, for me, is a non-factor here. So for me, I'm out on this deal. I think that I wouldn't trade my Canipple for that. This is like a super blockbuster. We'll look at it quickly, but these trades, this is for everybody now. And this is just a nugget for you, right? If you have deals that involve more than like 5 players, I would even say 4 players. Once you get into like 4 for 4s, 5 for 5, this is crazy. This just reeks of collusion, and it's just bad for the game. But we'll run through it. Canipple, Jaylen Brown, Pascal Siakam, Bam Adebayo, Isaiah Hartenstein, Deni Avdija, Emmanuel Quickley, Benedict Mathurin, and Andrew Nembhard. Come on, what are we doing here? 4, James Harden, Porzingis, Okongwu, Bane, Giddey. Come on, man. That's too much. Wagner, Reeves, Sarr, Flag. This reeks of collusion. And it's the player that's trading away Canipple is just trading away the farm literally for like pennies. This is, I'm not going to say stupid, but this is as close to stupid as we get when we do content on this channel. Like, don't do this, guys. This is bad for the game. Don't do these kind of deals. Before we jump back into the show, I want to give a big shout out to Fantasy Roundup, one of the most elite resources and tools for fantasy managers who are trying to dominate this season and for years to come. You know how it is. You got your waiver wire priority, but you don't want to burn it on a player that might hit and might miss. So what you do is you set your alarm clock for like 3 o'clock in the morning, and you wake up before your league mates to grab that player without having to burn your waiver priority. What if I told you there was a way to do that in an automated workflow so you can actually sleep through the night? Let's jump into Fantasy Roundup and I'll show you how it works. So here we are on Fantasy Roundup. I have it connected to my ESPN account. You can also connect it to your Yahoo. As you can see here, my team is totally stacked. I got Wemby, I got Amin Thompson. This is an 8-team league, so I got tons of great players. But let's say there's somebody on the waiver wire that I actually want to grab. I click auto waiver here. Once I click auto waiver, you'll see my roster and I decide which players I would like to drop from my team. I have 2 Duns, guys who are done. I got Ryan Dunn, finished, and Chris Dunn, finished. And then you just click on the bottom here where it says select players to add. So here we are in the waiver wire free agent pool. There are a couple of players that I've been looking at, and I want to make sure I can secure them without burning my waiver priority. The first one is Matas Buzeles, who is available. And then we have Kevin Porter Jr. All I have to do now is schedule the swap. As you can see here, I have the swap scheduled for November 9th at 3 a.m. Now I just click review and confirm. I give it one last check, and after that, I click confirm swap. So no more waking up at 3 a.m. to go sneak and grab players off the waiver wire. You can let the system do it for you. And the great news, Fantasy Roundup is offering a 7-day free trial. So you can try this out yourself. If you decide that you want to keep it long-term, it's only $6 a month. You'll find more info in the pinned comment and the description below. Or just visit fsroundup.com. Check it out and start your free trial today. Your future self and your fantasy record will thank you. Now let's get back to the show. Okay, next one. This one went down to the 26 as well. Canipple and Robert Williams III for Colin Gillespie and Ryan Kalkbrenner. I think this is more fair, but I think that the Canipple manager, I wouldn't make this deal. Like, as much as I love Kalkbrenner, great. Colin Gillespie is a waiver wire person. He's going to be waiver wire material in and out of your lineup for the whole season. Robert Williams just came back, had 2 decent games. I'm not trading, I'm not trying to involve him in any major deals. Now we got something interesting. Here we go. Canipple and Luka Doncic. Come on, man. Canipple and Luka Doncic. Come on, man. 4. Kevin Durant, Brandon Ingram, Kobe White, Benedict Mathurin. I think the Luka side wins. Obviously, you know how I love to build rosters in category leagues or points leagues, top heavy, right? Huh? Come on now. But KD and Brandon Ingram, KD and Brandon Ingram alone for Luka wouldn't be enough for me, especially the way Kevin Durant is performing this season. Kobe White, Kevin Durant, and Brandon Ingram for Luka, maybe. If I was losing and I was banged up with tons of injuries and I needed to get some depth in a deeper league, maybe in a 14-teamer or something like that. But generally, I'm not trading Luka. So I think the Canipple side and the Luka side wins this trade. And whoever was able to execute this to trade their KD, BI, Kobe White, and Benedict Mathurin for Luka won big time. Next trade. Oh, this is another tasty one. Oh, yeah. Canipple and Jalen Johnson for the Donovan Mitchell and Michael Porter Jr. This might be one of the more realistic trades that we've seen so far. So let's break it down a little bit. So Canipple, really, I'd be looking at Canipple as like a throw-in for this deal for Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson is performing at an elite level right now for points leagues and category leagues. So definitely somebody that I'm trying to trade for right now. I don't know if I'll be interested in moving him. Donovan Mitchell also having a pretty good season. I look at Jalen Johnson and Donovan Mitchell. I think Jalen Johnson is outperforming Donovan Mitchell right now in most formats, but comparable in terms of the type of production you can get on any given night. Michael Porter Jr. is performing out of this world right now. Somebody recently asked me, would I accept Kevin Durant for Michael Porter Jr.? And Michael Porter Jr. is putting on, and KD is not. Sometimes we get caught up in name value, and I get that. But for me, in this particular situation, I think that Donovan Mitchell, Michael Porter Jr. side wins the deal. But I think it's a fair trade, and I'd be okay with this. If you were trying to get, if you believe that Canipple is going to have a sharp decline because we have a healthy Brandon Miller, because we have a healthy LaMelo Ball, then I see where you're going with this. But for me, I would rather sit tight on Jalen Johnson and, of course, keep Canipple as well. Here we go. We got a 2-for-1 for Canipple, and Canipple is the value piece. Check this out. Canipple for Jalen Suggs and Davion Mitchell. I'll start by saying this. Once you start making deals and you got daggone Davion Mitchell in the deal, you might want to consider not making the deal. If you are receiving Davion Mitchell in a trade, come on, man. What are we doing here? Like, we cannot. I'm not trading Canipple for Jalen Suggs and Davion Mitchell. Now, Jalen Suggs is a bit spotty up and down when it comes to fantasy, but when there are injuries around, he does really well. I think Canipple is going to be able to retain some of his season-long value, even with Brandon Miller coming back, even with LaMelo Ball coming back. So for this deal, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that at all. So this one I am interested in. We got Canipple for Andrew Wiggins and Jalen Tyson. I'll say Jalen Tyson is your throw-in, right? So this is not as interesting as the Andrew Wiggins piece. And we talk about name value all the time, right? We mentioned it earlier. And Andrew Wiggins has really bad name value. His name is literally Wiggins, which is like whack, like it's Wiggity Wiggins whack. And I like him for fantasy, and I think his name doesn't ring any bells, so people devalue him. You see him on a waiver wire sometimes, but he produces. A player like Canipple for Andrew Wiggins, I'd be open to that kind of a deal, especially if I'm looking for more of a stable asset, where with Canipple, although he's filled with upside, he is a rookie guard. And rookie guards typically for fantasy in their first year don't perform well. So for me, I'm interested in this deal. And here goes another one. Canipple for Miles Bridges. Crazy work. I am not trading Miles Bridges for Canipple. I don't know what's happening here, but whoever executed the deal, I think they win if they bring Miles Bridges back. Okay, so this one is absolutely on target. We got Canipple and Dyson Daniels for Amin Thompson and VJ Edgecombe. I love this deal. So you have two defensive players, Amin Thompson and Dyson Daniels, both of them underperforming a little bit this year, right? If we're being honest. And then we have Canipple and VJ Edgecombe, two of the top rookies this season. So I really like this deal. And if I'm the Canipple manager, I'm okay with bringing VJ back to the team and also getting Amin Thompson. Now that you know what type of deals to make for Canipple, check out this episode with our latest waiver wire targets.